Crazy little battle between these two. It's going to get pretty tight. A lot of hard aggression. Very easy to get caught out. Cart's sliding. And he takes the checker flag in fine style.
Time to get ready for round 5 of Daytona Super Champs here at Daytona Milton Keynes. Here's the starting grid in DMAX. Daniel Watson in pole position, alongside him Callum O'Donnell. Dan Munro and Ollie Hood will work together on the second row of the grid off the start. Joel Wood in 5th place alongside Phillip Baboolal. And then we have Joe Williams and Andy Fryer on the 4th row of the grid. The top 10 rounded out by Sabir Al-Zayat on 9th place, Ian Riley alongside him. Matt Clark is 11th on the grid alongside Gareth Baldwin. The 7th row of the grid will see Aaron Hayne line up beside Charlotte Manton. Stuart Shearman in 15th on the grid alongside Lee Whitney. Row 9 of the grid will see Richard Snow 17th and Tom Illingworth in 18th, and rounding out the field in DMAX is Jason Bear. In the N35 ST category, it's going to be mighty close from the get-go. Sam Cole and Romain Farigul will be on the front row of the starting grid. Adam Thomas in 3rd place alongside Barry Morris. The 3rd row of the grid sees Lewis Barton on the inside with Justin Elliott beside. Then the 4th row will see Luke Power in P7 alongside Charlie Benton. Rounding out the top 10, Kuba Wozniak alongside Caelan Durston. P11 is Callum Poulter beside James Beddison. The 7th row of the grid will have Kevin Chin on the inside beside Harrison Williams. And rounding out the field will be Kazuki Nushi and James Bailey. So the carts will come off the final turn, and we're going to get a dry, sunny start. And where we go, green, 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 through to the first corner. Great start by Daniel. He's made an absolutely perfect start up at the front end of the field there. So Watson getting a clean break. Munro trying to get close enough to O'Donnell to make a challenge for second place. We're on board with Baldwin as he tries to make his way through, but it's Watson, O'Donnell, Munro. No change from the top 3 as they work their way through on this opening tour. So far, so good. Back to the N35 ST. Sam Cole gets underway through the first corner, and Thomas is through into second place. He's got a better start than Romain Farigul, so he's made his way through into second place. Good start from Thomas, lightning out of the blocks there and gets straight up the order. Here's Barry Morris trying to get close to Romain Farigul, but it's not going to be easy for him to make progress. On board with Kazuki Nushi as he dodges the carnage in the middle of the field. Just a little bit of rubbing there, and a couple of drivers getting held up. Not great news for them, but for Kazuki Nushi, that puts him up into B13. So O'Donnell leads the way at the end of the opening lap. He's managed to get past Watson. Didn't see where that happened, but Callum O'Donnell has got past Daniel Watson. And then, of course, you've got Dan Munro there in 3rd position, trying to charge in behind them. So already an excellent start to proceedings in the DMAX. Cole is well clear in the N35 STs. As you can see, Thomas still holding that second place that he captured through turn 1 on the opening tour. Farigul just trying to hunt him down into that final hairpin, but you don't want to go too ugly early. It's a long race, 35 laps of this Daytona Milton Keynes circuit, so you have to pace yourself. You can't go ugly early. Morris still doing a fair job in P4. We're on board with him as he goes through turn 1 up into the chicane. And now we join Phillip Baboolal on board. This is going very well indeed for him as he runs in front of Wood. Well, not for much longer, because there's Wood on the inside line, sweeps through. Baboolal tries to hold it round the outside, and he's kept it. My goodness, Phillip Baboolal keeping the foot flat to the throttle. I've never seen anyone successfully defend to the outside when you've got that much of a cart alongside. So Matt Clark now trying to take on Charlotte Manton. That's Whitney up into 11th place. Good work from him. And Hayne is blocking Manton quite beautifully there. Clark is trying to find a way to sweep through on the inside. Munro into 3rd place, but Hood is all over the back. So Ollie Hood trying to work the magic as Manton gets the move on the inside of Hayne. So Manton up into 12th position there. So what can Hayne do in retaliation? Not a lot, because Hayne is trying to come back round the outside. Watch out for Matt Clark. He's got space on the inside line to get across on Hayne. Hayne keeps his foot in. So Manton is through to 12th. Hayne is there in 13th place now. So Farigul has managed to get into second place in the N35 ST class. He has got through into P2. So that's great work as far as he's concerned. And this is still early stages for him. Munro, Hood and Baboolal. This is getting interesting up amongst the traffic. You've got to be careful as they come through across the line. It's going to get very, very tricky. Hood is all over the back of Munro as they work their way through the traffic. So when is Ollie Hood going to make his bid? Looked like he got alongside Munro there. Here he goes, diving for the inside line, and Hood is through. Hood gets there on Dan Munro, up into 3rd position. Nice work. Phillip Baboolal held up in the traffic, can't get close enough to capitalise. So he's now in 5th position. A few cart lengths behind these two, as you can see. We're on board with Baboolal on the helmet cam. Watch for Munro trying to come down the hill. Trying to tuck in around the outside and then chop across. Hasn't quite been able to make that one stick. Now he's going to go for it on the inside line. Munro slides across, but he's gone too wide on the exit. Hood is going to get him straight back again, and Baboolal has closed up. This could be a mighty battle between the 3 drivers as they tour around. Excellent stuff for them as they come into the 90-degree left-hander and up onto the railway straight. Back into the Battle for the heavies. Barry Morris doing a beautiful job in the N35 STs. Elliott and Barton not far behind him on the road. This could be interesting, as Morris is still trying to stay with the leaders in the N35 ST category. But as you can see, it's getting pretty busy out there. Here's Dan Watson leading the way though in the DMAX lights. Having stretched out that gap, he managed to get back past Callum O'Donnell, and he's got the black flag, is that? Goodness me, so a black flag for an incident out there on the circuit. That is going to give the lead over to Ollie Hood, who has managed to work his way back onto the tail and then get past Callum O'Donnell. So Dan Watson with the black flag out of the action for the moment. Side by side, this is going to be very tricky between the two of them as Hood manages to get through on the inside there of O'Donnell. So Callum O'Donnell is going to have to dig deep and fight back to Ollie Hood, but Ollie Hood really bringing out the A game this time. Here's Phillip Baboolal, having closed up on Dan Munro. This is one of the strongest performances we've seen from Phillip Baboolal this season. Munro gets the tail out. Baboolal spots an opportunity on the inside. Can he get to the podium? He's definitely thinking about it, but Dan Munro holds it for the moment. Back on board with Baboolal, trying to hold that fourth position into the hairpin. Oh, he's run very wide onto the grass. Phillip, that's not the racetrack, and here comes Williams. He gets up alongside. Baboolal protects to the inside line, and Williams gets him straight back on the exit. Unfortunate for Phillip Baboolal, but Williams well and truly has him. So Phillip Baboolal needing to regroup and reset himself in order to try and come back. The battle for the lead continues. O'Donnell has caught back up to Ollie Hood. This is excellent racing between the two leaders. They really are giving it hammer and tongs out there. Back on board with Barry Morris. He's trying to knit his way through the traffic. Go on, you first, says the man in front. That's Roman Farragut, just letting the traffic go by. That's the DMAX carts. And he lets them go because he's in a battle with Morris. Morris is trying to get onto the overall podium, never mind the heavies podium. So Morris is trying to slip his way through on the inside of Roman Farragut. Not quite going to make it stick there. He's got to wait. Patience is a virtue, particularly in this type of racing when you've got to pick your moment in the traffic. So Farragut's got a good exit off the turn. Morris looks back. He sees that the rivalry is going to be close from continuing on in this one. Williams, Baboolal, battling for fourth position. Here comes Phillip Baboolal up the inside in the final turn. That's more like it. But on the exit, he's let the door open again. Williams sees the move coming and lets him back through. Oh, Baboolal, unfortunate there. Williams is able to retake that fourth position because Williams is reading where Baboolal places the car epically in every corner. He lets him go and then gets him straight back again on the switch. So now Kazuki Nushi battling away. That's one of the fast-moving DMAXs. Elliott trying to get up the inside, though. He's going to capitalise on the move. Thank you very much, Kazuki Nushi, says Elliott. But Elliott is not going to have this very easy. Nushi back on the inside. He's going to give his opponent plenty of space, though. He doesn't want to run him off the road, so Elliott keeps his place. Gets back on the inside. Nushi's going to get him on the undercut. But no, Elliott's got the traction. He's going to have a nose in front, and that will do. They're still side by side as they go through turn one, but Elliott finishes the move. Nice battle in between these two. So Barry Morris has got Poulter trying to get through on the inside line into turn 9, but he'll shut the door for 10. Nicely done. Nicely handled there by Barry Morris. He concedes the place in one corner to take it back in the next, and that's well positioned for Barry Morris. He holds that P4 as they complete the lap. So excellent racecraft between these two at the moment. It continues to go in full pelt between these two drivers battling it out. Matt Clark now making his move up the inside of Stuart Shearman. That's a lovely move in the flat-out left-hand kink at turn 9. Gets on the power of the exit. Oh, Shearman's still there. Hang on, boys. This isn't done yet. Shearman manages to get the move on the undercut. Clark is back on the inside. Are we going to see Shearman to our left get back on the inside? Yes, we are. Stuart Shearman is going to try and hold it through turn 1, and he's there. Lovely job. That's really well done between the two drivers as they continue to battle away. So that is going to be a very interesting battle. Matt Clark still swarming around behind Shearman. But now they've got pressure as up the inside of Morris. Oh, Morris has been sideswiped there. That is not good news. Clark and Shearman having their contretemps, and Morris is the one who's the innocent victim swiped away. But this is going to be a close battle to the end of the race. Hood up the inside of O'Donnell once again. He's going to take the lead, and O'Donnell is not happy about it. So O'Donnell trying again on Ollie Hood. He's still got a few laps to try and do something about it. This is not going to be terribly easy from his point of view, as he continues to try and work his battle through and get the craft together. Is this going to be a close battle between these two? O'Donnell trying to squeak back through on the inside, but Hood is making that kart very wide indeed. And Callum O'Donnell not able to get close enough to Ollie Hood in the closing stages to make this work. A very enticing battle, but it's all going to come the way of Ollie Hood. He's going to be victorious. A victory for Ollie Hood after a brilliant battle here at Daytona Milton Keynes. He secures the win in fine style. Very close quarters racing here at Daytona Milton Keynes. And Ollie Hood has secured it. Here comes that battle in the N35 STs. It has been a tough one for Sam Cole, but he's made it look easy out of the final corner. Sam Cole will take the victory magnificently here at Daytona Milton Keynes. What drama and suspense we've had in Daytona Milton Keynes for round 5 of Daytona Super Champs. Ollie Hood taking the win from a frustrated Callum O'Donnell, but he did get the fastest lap. That gives him the 5 bonus points, so they scored the same amount this weekend. Dan Munro third in front of Phillip Baboolal, Joe Williams, Andy Fryer, and Dan Watson slipping from pole position down to 7th. It means that in the title fight, there's just 7 points now between Ollie Hood and Dan Munro. It is going to be a close contest to the final round. Callum O'Donnell and Andy Fryer from Joe Williams and Casper Marriott in that top 6. In the DMAX Heavies, Gareth Baldwin taking the win by 10.6 seconds in the end to Charlotte Manton. Scoring well, Ian Riley in the top 3. Lee Whitney able to keep the kart into the top 5 ahead of Sabia El Zayat and Matthew Clark there in P6 ahead of Richard Snow and Jason Bear. Fastest lap to Charlotte Manton, which means she extends her lead in the Drivers' Championship in front of Gareth Baldwin. Lee Whitney in 3rd place ahead of Richard Snow and Matthew Clark. So it's looking good for Charlotte Manton heading into the closing stages. Her lead of 51 points looking very good in the closing stages. N35 ST Lights goes the way of Sam Cole by nearly half a minute in front of Luke Power. Lewis Barton and Callum Poulter continue their battle, and it goes the way of Barton in 3rd position, just ahead of Caelan Durston in 5th and Kevin Chin in P6. Sam Cole getting the bonus 5 points for fastest lap, which means he's now a good 19 points clear of James Beddison in the title fight. Lewis Barton in 3rd place in front of Caelan Durston and Luke Power, those 3 locked together for the 3rd and final roster on the podium, and Harrison Williams just edging out Kevin Chin at this stage of the season. N35 ST Heavies, Adam Thomas gets the win, just 0.3 of a second ahead of Roman Farigul and Charlie Fenton right up close at the end, and Kuba Wozniak in there. A great 4-way scrap, ending in favour of Adam Thomas. Kuba Wozniak gets the fastest lap and the 5 points that go with it, so Adam Thomas has a lead of just 8 points in front of Charlie Fenton. Kuba Wozniak is still technically in contention. Justin Elliott and Kazuki Nushi doing well in the top 6 ahead of Barry Morris. Things getting exciting as we prepare for round 6 of the Daytona Super Champs.